Hope everyone's having a good Friday. And as we jump into this chart, I want to say welcome to all the first-time viewers and investors. Welcome to the channel, and to all the subscribers, welcome back. All I ask for in return is for you to smash that like button to let me know you watched this video. It helps out with the YouTube algorithm and lets me know you appreciate the time and effort that I put into these videos. Now, towards the end of this video, I'm going to have a ticker symbol, actually two, to share with you guys how they've reacted in the short term and their potential in the long term, and what I believe about them. But I've been mentioning these two ticker symbols throughout all week this week and even last week. So for like the last 2 weeks, I've been telling investors, check this out, don't miss out on it. It's showing consolidation, showing weakness, there's opportunity. One of them is up already almost $30 and the other one's up $11. And if you think about it per share, that adds up. Now, the thing is that a lot of investors don't stay tuned towards that part of the video, because I know you guys know me as chart analysis and like just looking at the charts. And a lot of investors want to just know, what's going on with IDEX, for example, because that's what we have here on the screen, right? IDEX, because this is what you're invested in. This is what you're watching. But you sometimes narrow your mind to only believe in that, or even care about only your watch list or only your portfolio, that you forget that there's another 9,000 plus ticker symbols out in the market moving just like this one. And there's other opportunities that you can go ahead and analyze or do a rational decision based off of what you see, right? You just have to see how you want to go ahead and play it. That's a personal opinion, right? I'm not here to tell you to buy, sell, or hold any positions, but I am here to enlighten you guys and cast light on opportunities that investors may be overlooking, or even yourself, and it's okay. I even overlook opportunities sometimes too, because I can't catch all of them, but at least I find others that seem pretty interesting to me, and I'm sharing them with you guys that you may not have even been aware of it. Sometimes I see opportunities when the crowd doesn't, and that's what really makes me different, and that's what I focus on. So you guys know me as chart analysis, but you really don't know me as the guy, oh, this stock now, oh, top 3 stocks. I do those videos sometimes. For some reason, here on YouTube, many people don't really click on it because people really just know me as the charts guy. But trust me, what's made me a successful trader is me knowing charts, but not only that, but knowing how to find the right charts. And when you actually look at charts, charts are stocks. I have to look at stocks. I got to look at different things. So I'm way beyond just talking about the chart, okay? That's what's made me successful. So stay tuned for it. I want you guys to check it out. I look forward to seeing your guys' thoughts down below. And, I want you guys to be aware, especially the new time investors and viewers, that I do these chart analysis. And then towards that second half, the first 2 minutes, just hold on tight, just so you know why I'm talking about it, why I'm attracted to that stock, and why you should go ahead and pay attention to it moving forward, because those are opportunities you're leaving on the table just because you left a minute before. And I know that you just wanted your chart analysis and move on, but I was also giving you a little extra, boost right there. I don't know. People call it snacks. People call it tokens of appreciation. Just extra gratitude, more information added on to what you were already looking for, and it's kind of just a bonus, right? So IDEX, it dropped down right after a nice run here. What a nice volatile run, a lot of volume. And it hit a high here of 344, dropped back down to 303, and we're sitting at 316. But when you look at this, it's doing what it loves to do best, right? Jump from these bottoms and peak up, and then it continues. It could actually continue from here upwards to a whole nother high, right? That's what this likes to do. I've seen IDEX do this plenty of times in the past. You could see it here. It loves to do this. It loves to do it. Even down here, it loves to. And then it was doing really well here towards February. I mean, I honestly thought IDEX finally got out of the hole and it was going to consolidate, at least not at $5, but come back down to $4 and kind of consolidate here and do this type of move, right? Like look from here to here and then continue its trajectory. But no, it pulled right back down. But when you really think about it and you look at the bigger picture, I mean, from here below $1, right, to then consolidate at around almost 2, run up and come back down, and it's fighting above 230 all the way up to 390, almost $4. This is pretty good strength here overall, because remember, stocks grow not overnight, only sometimes, right? Or over a few days like it ran here. But when you look at the bigger picture, this stock may have room to consolidate and continue to run up. But right now, it's having a nice bullish run with slight pullbacks. We'll have to see if it continues, because that's what it does really fast sometimes. So we'll see what's going on here. But let's look at the most important points for tomorrow. And I mean, those of you that have played IDEX before or watched my videos before, if you want to comment down below, you know, if you see the pattern that I'm talking about, and how has your experience been playing this one? Have you swing trade this one, day trade? You know, are you holding long term? Comment down below. Also, I want to take a moment and say, if you guys have a portion of your portfolio and you want to be bold enough to comment down below, you're more than welcome to, with the emoji, with the hand up, you know, or just comment how you feel about the market right now, because I am going to express here with you guys that the more comments down below, the more you'll realize you're not alone. And I want investors to be aware of that. And I'm here right now through this video, the emoji with the hand raised saying, hey, there's a portion of my portfolio that's in the red, but we're going to get through this, okay? I want you guys to be aware of that. The only reason why I'm comfortable being in the red with the stocks that I'm in is because I know the stocks I'm invested in. And that's the first thing I want you guys to go ahead and think about. Do you know the stocks you're invested in and why? But I want you guys to know you're not alone. So I raise my hand, and I look forward to seeing you guys raise your hands too, because whoever says they don't have a portion of their portfolio red or down, man, they are either Superman, or they're Batman, or they are definitely a fictional character, because they are not being completely honest. There could be a portion green, but I'm saying there is a portion that's red. And if it's not, if you don't have a portion at all that's red, you're not invested in the market. Let's just put it that way. But let's go ahead and put here the 50-day moving average here on the screen, and that's 303. Anything above that is bullish, anything below it is bearish. And right now we're sitting close to tug of war zone. So I want you guys to be aware of that. So we need to watch this carefully going into next week. Now our support here is 303. To the hundreds and thousands place, it's off by a little bit from the 50-day moving average, but very important to keep that in mind at these levels here, that if that gets broken through, the bulls have lost control of the chart and the bears have broken through support in the 50-day moving average. And the next support level to watch is 290 to see if the bulls try to reappear and bring it back up, or are the bears tearing this one down. Now, a little bit closer here and narrowed in is our resistance at 317. That's literally 1 cent above where we're at. If that gets broken through, we could see that the momentum is continuing, and that's what we want. We want the bulls to continue that momentum, but the true resistance level that they need to break through is up here at 342 to continue to work their way up deeper into bullish territory, away from the 50-day moving average, and continue this upward momentum that has been a bullish rally so far, okay? I want you guys to be aware of that. 342, super important. Now, if you want to have a midway point, you can use this point here at 324 or even here at 330 to go ahead and see if some momentum has picked up and if the bulls are working their way up closer to that 342 range, or are the bears giving them trouble and pulling them back down. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you learned something new, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to click on the bell to not miss a single video that I post. Share this with your friends and community, and don't forget to hit the like button to let me know you watch this video. Helps out with the YouTube channel and the YouTube algorithm. Lets me know you appreciate the time and effort I put into these videos. And let's go ahead and jump right into the ticker symbols and the S&P 500 index and what's been going on with the market and these two ticker symbols, how they've been moving. They're on fire. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you guys how the S&P 500 index hit an all new time high, what that means for us next week, and what we need to look for. But before we dive into that, I do want every single investor and viewer to be aware of two ticker symbols that I've been mentioning here on the YouTube. I've mentioned it over at the Patreon. And if you guys want to know what stocks I'm watching weekly and live for 13 cents a day, literally 13 cents a day, the first tier, $4, which those slots are going to get filled up very soon. I'm treating the Patreon, and I want you guys to be aware of this, like a stock, right? Early stock, IPO'd, you know, a lot of people don't know about it, and it's going to grow over time. And when I mean it grows over time, it's going to grow with people and investors that are bringing value to the community. It's going to grow with all the content I'm going to have there, because when you gain access to everything. As soon as you join, you gain access to everything I've talked about in the last 2 months and everything I'm going to continue to talk about, right? So when somebody comes in a year from now, they're going to actually be able to join on in, and they're going to get access to everything that I talked about in a year and even see how things have done. Now, I'm not there to guarantee maximizing profits or minimizing losses, but I am here to set you guys up for that opportunity to maximize your profits, minimize your losses. We're going to have a Discord really soon. And if you want to know the top stocks that I'm watching right now and next week and when this weekend comes up, because I'm going to update it, you can join now and start April to succeed this month. If your months have been red or they haven't been as exciting as it's been before, you want to join in now, because the opportunities are going to be endless, because we're going to talk about so many different ticker symbols, so many different things. But let's look at these stocks. So the first thing is Pinduoduo. I mentioned this on the 24th. It was sitting at 124, okay? Sitting at 124. And when we look at Pinduoduo, you can see here how Pinduoduo on the 24th was falling, and it kind of sat there at 124. It hit a low of 119, and right now it's sitting at 143 with a high of 147. You could do the math. That's about $27, almost $30. Now, another one that I talked about, which I've mentioned several times here on the YouTube towards the end of the videos, is CHPT. And I talked about how we want to pay close attention to see if it can get back to $20 or get close to it. And certainly it did that, and it broke through it, okay? It hit a low here. I talked about it on the 21st, the 22nd, it ran up to $25, fell down to $19, which is what I equipped every single Patreon member with. And as soon as it hit that, it started to run up, and it's hit $30. This one's up $11 since I mentioned it per share. So if you bought 1 share, you made $11. If you bought 10 shares, you made $110, okay? If you went ahead and bought 100 shares, you've made a total amount of 1,100 shares, okay? I don't know what that means to you. I'm going to explain everything on the Patreon once I make the series. And these are 2 opportunities, and there's many more that are doing pretty well. I mean, I even talked about Neo. I talked about others. You know, for you to get the full access, there's like 20 plus ticker symbols over there so far. You can join us over at the Patreon, me and the other investors. And I'm out here just trying to maximize profits, minimize losses. And my goal, for example, just based off this chart, is to go ahead and strike the opportunity right here, the best opportunity that's presented right now compared to the history of the chart and for the future, right? I try to get in at the best moments, as you can see with those 2 stocks that I talked about. Now, other stocks are kind of moving sideways, but like I said, I'll explain more over at the Patreon about those stocks and what I see in them and what I believe in them. So the S&P 500 index has actually ran up to an all-time high, and this is important for us. So I want you guys to be aware there's 2 things that can happen next week. We could see it spike up a little bit more and all of a sudden fall down, because it is due for a pullback. It needs to cool off. I'm not saying it's going to get back to 39.73, but it could fall somewhere between that area. And once it does, it will consolidate maybe and then start to run up again. That's one case. The second one is that this just gets crazy and goes all the way up to the 4100s, 4200s. And once it's time to cool off, it's going to be a big cool off. And when I say a big cool off, I'm talking about like a big downward trend closer to 3,800, 3,900 from those highs. And then we're going to have to go ahead and see overall what's going in the market, right? Because there's going to be that turbulence of uncertainty with inflation, you know, spikes in the yields. What's going to be the cause at that point, right? But right now, we've had a pretty nice bullish run after this slight pullback. We're going to just have to see how healthy this can maintain itself. And pullbacks are healthy. It's just about how big is the pullback going to be. And also runs are healthy, but how long will it be running? Because if this just takes off to 41, 42, the pullback is going to be nasty. And we need to pay close attention. Now, I know a lot of us have our ticker symbols or our stocks kind of sitting sideways or downwards, but you have to find stocks you believe in, and you also need to analyze those stocks that you're in. Why were you in them? What was your goal? And do you truly believe there's an opportunity 6 months from now or a year from now? As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.